and maybe.
Howdy. Welcome back to SciTrek, your
Hello.
sci-fi TV channel.
I appear.
How are you?
I'm good.
You walked out of the Stargate. Thank you for for racing.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah's back Sunday, but welcome back to Outpost.
Yes.
You know, we're doubling up on a tier list or tripling up on a tier list today, so that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
I don't just stare at a screen and say, "We good?" Good. Now we got a little a backup, and we got villains to make a tier list about today. Y'all pumped?
Fantastic.
It's gonna be a good one. I said, y'all pumped?
I don't get pumped.
You got to.
I get mildly. Meh. We don't do pumped. So it's he's gone. Lost him.
Oh no, I'm just trying to get that. I was just waiting to see what kind of pump you were.
Tier list together.
I don't do
pump. Try to make sure the tier list is here. We did, of course, do our tier list last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess, at this point, for wonderful Stargate. I guess heroes is the easiest way to say that. Our Stargate teams, the best of each team, anybody that's been on a team at least once.
Okay.
But now, we're going to do something that's been evil every single time. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this up.
Evil is so much more fun than good.
It is.
If I was going to be in a movie, I would want to be evil. I might actually be evil in real life.
From an actor's perspective, evil is so much more fun.
I'm going to now be evil. Screw it.
It's like, well, might as well be. Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to say anything political that's relevant to that, though, which my brain went to, but I don't want to annoy anyone. And evil. I just realised my bracelet has a whistle. So I will.
Villains. Is that right? Is that how? Wait. I'm not a speller, so
I was about to say, did I spell it wrong?
So,
I hope not.
I'm not.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
It just looked weird to me. It's one of those things where it looks like it's spelled wrong, but it's not.
Oh, that happens far too often for me.
Yeah.
I read something twice and that happens. Honestly, love, like, neutral, dislike, and loathe are kind of functional. Is that all right with y'all? Do we need to change them to S, A, B, C, D, E?
The light's in pink, though, and that's a bit LGBTQ, isn't it? So, can we change it? You know, we don't like diversity on this channel. So,
well, I'm going to go all LA on you and be like, no, we're keeping it now.
Hey, real men wear pink. We're good. We're good.
Hey, my Stargate Universe hoodie is pink, and it is my favorite. Actually, I really like the blue Stargate Atlantis hoodie, but the pink one's the one I wear the most. It's great. It's comfy. Good comfort colors, you know?
What am I? Yeah, the pink. I like the pink one. It was supposed to be for girls, but it looked good on you, actually. I like the pink one. It's a nice shade. It's like a baby pink. It's nice.
Yeah, no, it's light. It's not like it's not like Barbie pink or nothing. So shoot, I think it's perfect.
Need to get back
even
to
then. Barbie pink works too. But yeah, let's jump into this thing. 6.5 minutes into her. Let's start it off. I have a bunch of different people up here. We'll start with assure and replicate. Let's just start with the first one. This is the first one that was downloaded.
Yeah.
The Nakai.
Right. Okay.
From SGU. Start off simple. Where do we think? Villains that could have been cooler. We didn't get a whole bunch of, but we're pretty damn cool from what we did see. What would y'all rate them as?
I don't.
Neutral for me. They're kind of okay.
I
didn't get enough to really make a.
I just don't care. They look cool.
Yeah.
They look really cool.
They're not a villain that you ever go, oh, I just don't care.
Yeah.
So neutral. Yeah, I have no strong feelings about them either there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm with y'all. We should probably decide this before because we were a little iffy last time. Do we want to make it where each person in line on each, I guess, label is in order, or we just put them in the order that we do them in, essentially, and Okay, this guy's a
What
neutral.
order we do them in? It's no problem, is it? We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We can reorder that. We could do that second level order later, maybe after we finish.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Great. Anubis gained ascension twice, and second time stayed as the ascended being who is going to purge all life in the galaxy and possibly the universe. I think we're gonna know where he's gonna end up, if I had to guess.
And he was a great villain.
Yeah, no. But next up, thankfully, it reminded me what his actual villain name is. Last Light. Michael's villain name is Last Light. What are we gonna put Last Light as?
I liked him, didn't love him. She was unfair.
I was thinking like too.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
If it was
We didn't
Todd,
get a lot of them. I mean, enough, but not. I mean, yeah. Just there's other villains that did a lot more.
yeah, and I feel like
he
Todd
was a
kinda
good
took-
villain though, and he's a brilliant actor.
Mhm.
Oh, Connor Trenier was perfect for him.
Yeah.
Well, okay, next two. Let's start OG.
Yeah.
And then right after that, we'll have the replacement, the little brother. It looks like a much older brother.
Mhm.
Raw. OG Stargate villain. Where are we going with Raw?
I loved him as a villain. I know it's kind of dumb, but just because I liked the movie, and he was just thinking of the movie in itself, good. But
He
I
was
mean,
evil.
comparing, but
I think this is difficult for me because I'm in between. I don't really want to put him in love because there are much better villains than me. But like you said, it's the original.
He was a good enough villain to pump off an entire franchise, and at least we like to say it, he made it scary enough for people to go see it, and it become the highest grossing film ever for a brief period of time.
Right.
Yeah, throw him in love. Because
We'll
I think the fact that he's quite a young actor and he looks like a child sort of thing, that added to the evil.
Yeah, it makes him a lot more ominous, I feel.
Yeah.
Now, the little brother that's not so little, who comes back from the dead, sometimes far too often, sometimes not often enough. What are we going to put above this?
I love him. He was brilliant. He was a good actor. I mean, I could argue but you're just reading it out loud. Hey, has Lord J already decided the tiers? And yes, I have. And it's Lord J.
I'm like
Lord Commander of all.
I mean, not love.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can't compare him to Ball and Anubis.
Right.
And that kind of, he wasn't quite as good. I liked him when he got all this metal in his face, so that was cool.
Yeah, that honestly, his last couple appearances were by far his best. The first couple and the last couple were the best. The middles were kind of like, all right, you don't have anybody else anymore. So yeah,
we'll go like.
Okay, sorry, Apophis. Sorry, pal. Let's change it up. Before we go back some more old, the replicators. Not the best photo of them, but the Assuran replicators is who these guys are. So not necessarily our OGs, but these guys are the evil ones led by replicator Carter. But we'll put her in her own tier, of course.
I like them, but they're kind of the most scariest in a way because they're just emotionless, like machines that have no qualms about whatever they're going to do, what they're going to do. But I don't know if I love them.
They were just overused.
A little bit.
And I think when they started getting into the replicator humanoid, it went a bit. It was just like a bit.
Yeah.
And then when we got to GA and they had the Pegasus ones, it was just like, for God's sake.
That was a mistake. That was used so much. I don't know why they brought that into Atlantis. I wish they wouldn't have. But.
I'm not going to say I dislike them because I still say the Russian sub episode is one of the best SG-1 Stargate episodes.
Oh, yeah.
But that was when Stargate for me went into the stratosphere.
That's original replicators, not the Assuran replicators, correct?
Yeah. Okay, so I was thinking about the replicators as a whole. So the Assurans, no, I'm going to go with dislike with the
Really?
Assurans. By that point, they were a bit annoying.
Oh, no.
The original replicators,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Is that fair? Look at me.
I didn't realize you were
opposite
differentiating.
I think I like them more than the original replicators in a way, because there's just more that you can do with them.
What were you trying to do to them?
Well, no, there's more that you can do with them as, I guess, characters and in the storylines.
Yeah, because the Sam Carter was awesome, to be fair.
Well, because I would put neutral to dislike on the original replicators, because as great of an idea as they are, they went nowhere real fast. Where these replicators were added in there because they realized they couldn't really do anything else with the other replicators. That's my only thought process. That kind of
okay.
I think I would do like and neutral for
which
that one. The one you're moving right now is like.
Okay.
And that's neutral for me.
See, I like
both like things are neutral.
The only reason I would say I like them though is because they were in some of the best Stargate episodes. But I am willing to concede, and because some people really freaking hate them. So a neutral is kind of a fair overview. Is that fair?
For the OG replicators?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Okay, and do we want to keep Assuran replicators at like, or kind of move them to neutral since people are iffy on them as well?
We can keep them in like you said, they were a little bit more interesting.
They added something to it at least.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
Well, next up, let's do our next two good system lords here that are our kind of our backup besties here. Our Ball and our Anubis. Let's start with Ball because he's fun.
Love,
yeah.
Was the best. I mean, to be honest, I'd almost want like another level to this.
It's all Ball.
Yeah.
We just want the Ball level. He's just.
There we are.
He was just the best for me. He's just a brilliant actor. Some of the best scenes with him and O'Neill were just brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was enjoying a lovely brunch. This was just great.
Well, they almost let him become jovial, and I don't think he could have become jovial without being as he did. I mean, I guess conceptually the stuff Anubis did is much worse, but we watched Ball straight up torture O'Neill in some brutal freaking ways, and I don't think in a big way. I don't think if he would have started any other way, he could have become the fun kind of guy he was. It was almost like, you can't be any more evil than you were. We know how evil you are. Let's peel back those onion layers. Let's peel back the banana, and yada yada yada.
Even when he worked with us, it was serving his own interests.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
And they were always waiting for him to turn on him. I've turned on you in the last minute.
A little bit of both. It's all the above, kind of.
I mean, you did say evilist.
I was looking for a fun title.
But I think they're all bloody evil.
Yeah.
So we're not worried about that. But yeah, there's going to be an element of which ones we actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah, I know you're still there. We can't see you. We go back. Put me on the bottom because nobody wants to know.
There we are.
Let's be honest.
It is hilarious just looking at the eyes right above the thing sometimes. Just that. Whoop. It looks like you go meerkat for us for a second. You're like, looking out. I love it. Now, if we're actually talking evil, this guy might take the cake.
He's the ultimate. He tried to. Thanos tried to wipe out half of life. This bugger tried to wipe out all life.
He's like, life.
He's a very bad man. Or being.
But so good, so fun to watch. Do we love him? Is he evil enough to love?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other place for him.
No, there's no question.
I might even make him a little bit bigger. He can have a little bit more of that background than he deserves. Just kidding, he deserves it. What? All right. Who do we have up next? Let me upload a couple more here. There are a little back and forth here. We did talk about her. Let's talk about Replicator Sam. What are we thinking? Thoughts?
Oh God, it's Amanda Tapping,
Mm.
and she wore a lot of leather.
It's true.
It's,
I say like for me because it's yeah.
She did.
I mean, she was good, but as far as an impact on the overall series and stuff, I don't know if it's a love.
Okay. Right. So can I say that I love her, but not in the way that we're discussing here.
Right.
So yeah, I think like as a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of like put her over the Assuran Replicator since it's kind of her thing anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was a bloody good character. Was a good twist.
To make the Replicators more than just what they were for the last at that point 5-7 years, or more like 3, 4, 5, 6 years, something like that, and then to add a whole new element into them and to let it last for another 3 or 4 years and actually do it well.
Spins just said, "Do I need an alone time?" No, I need Amanda Tapping time. That's what I need. I don't want to be alone. I want Amanda Tapping to be the. Ask nicely.
Ask nicely.
Like McKay in that puddle jumper when he was sunk in the bottom of the.
In her underwear. Oh my God, wet and in her. Oh God. Okay, I might need a long time.
It was goddamn.
I'll be
Anyway,
back in 90 seconds.
Oh God. So to get just while we're in that kind of like replicator, kind of like villain, but not
I can't tell what
like
that is.
human-y. Yes, you can. You know exactly what it is. You just forgot about it. It's the Berserker drone from SGU. Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a crap. I need to watch SGU again.
I kind of liked those drones, the mindless evil kind of thing of just they're just carrying out a program.
Yeah, that leads me to liking him a little bit more, but also like I guess I could say the same thing for a dislike. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. I will push to a neutral because to me they weren't. I think they weren't anything. They were very forgettable.
Right.
And they weren't particularly evil because, like you said, they were just doing what they were programmed to do. So you could argue if it's from an evilist, they weren't really evil.
Right.
They were nothing to me. I don't care. But I really need to watch SGU again.
Neutral. That's the problem with SGU is none of it was developed enough to really have strong feelings.
That's the thing is I feel like these villains would be in a total villains, quote unquote, I guess, but I feel like they'd be in a total different tier if we would have seen what their intent was. They just kind of ended up going nowhere as well.
Were these guys? Oh, sorry, just asking the thing. The blue dudes were their bosses when they were.
No. The Nakai were also being. Remember, we teamed up with the Nakai to fight against them for a second.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we did. I remember that. Yeah. Okay,
so who was controlling the berserkers then? Don't we know?
No idea. Maybe
some race that had wiped each other out and didn't even exist anymore. Just the machines.
They were just left over from the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a weapon of mass destruction, just left playing with itself. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it's on Pluto.
I've got MGM Plus.
We have,
I watch on MGM, but I just get no. I tell you what, I've started watching Farscape again, and oh my God, it's good.
Yeah. I know we're doing a Patreon thing, right? Or membership or whatever.
Patreon. Yeah.
I gotta pay. Right. I gotta decide what day we're gonna do that.
Yeah. Let me know, and we'll get to it.
Okay.
All
right.
We've talked about Farscape like 3 times in the last week, and now it's just like my brain. Okay,
I know. So I keep seeing it too, and I'm like, I gotta decide what day we gotta.
Well, that and every time you say the word Farscape, people start freaking out and going Peacekeeper Wars, and like it's the best thing ever, and I want to know why it's the best thing ever.
Yeah. I just can't wait to get through it now. I'm just living. I'm about 5 episodes in. And I'm just like, oh my God, I forgot how good this is.
Right.
It's just amazing. Yeah.
Where can you stream that? I mean, I have the DVDs, but
Is it on Prime? Am I crazy?
I'm not sure what I'm streaming it on, actually. I think it's through Amazon.
I think it's on Prime. Where to stream Farscape?
Yeah.
Tubi. It's on Peacock for free.
I'm pretty sure Amazon is the UK's Amazon, but to be honest, because you just
Prime.
I found it the first time and I've started watching it, so now it just appears on my list, so I don't. It just goes into it, sort of thing.
It's on Prime, Peacock, Pluto, and Tubi and Sling for free. Or I guess not Prime and Tubi. I mean, not Prime and Peacock for free, but
I mean, I guess we just got to pick one for the stream so everybody can.
Probably Prime.
Well, Prime would be the best one to do. Yeah.
We tend to be a little Prime focused.
Right.
Hey, y'all
Are we
invite us
gonna try to do that Prime party thing or something? I forget. It wouldn't work, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
I think they
not for what we're doing. It wouldn't work, I guess. But.
Well, they changed it up as well. I don't think it works as well as it used to. Because we thought about it and we tried a little bit, and it was just a little screwy.
Right.
How's the watch list? Growing? What you mean? It continues to grow all the time. There's so many. I was literally talking about that with our roommates last night. We were sitting around because we were playing video games. Avowed game just came out, and I don't play too many video games, but I was getting down into it, And it was like, okay, we're all sitting around the table. Let's eat some dinner and hang out for a minute. And we watched some It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia real quick, and we're at the very end of it, and my roommates were like, we don't want to finish it. And I was like, why? Like, I get finishing a series sucks, but also how many more series do we have on our watch list that we want to watch just as a household and individually? Let's just finish it. Come on. And we watched like 2 episodes right after. But anyway, let's keep going into this.
Right. Neutral.
Where we put it?
Neutral, not bothered, don't count the slides.
Yeah, I think neutral is just the most natural place.
Mm-hmm.
In agreement? Chat? What y'all say?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably the same.
Yeah.
Don't forget the prisoners in episode 3 of season 2. Destroyer of Planets. Yeah, okay. Let me get through the list that we have, and then we're going to add all the extras on top, because there will be those little minor villains that are there for a couple episodes here, a couple episodes there. And I did get a couple of those. Like I have, what's his name? Lucius Levane, Richard Kynes character from SGA. Yeah. So like there are a couple little small minor kind of guys, but if y'all can think of more of those, please help us in the chat. Yeah. But not like right now when we get to that. So we can,
No, Quest, you kill me. I'm not going
to say.
You get. Why'd you? Oh, actually, it's probably good.
No.
Shout Factory. What the hell is that? Oh man.
You're like, what is a Shout Factory TV?
Never heard of it.
We're about to.
I'll have to dig my DVDs in. Anyway,
let's stick on with our close to home guys real quick. We've got Ori. We've got the leaders of the Ori that we know Jamie might need another 90 seconds to himself for. And we have. Wait, I was about to say that looks like an Ori again. Nope, that's Sokar. Let's start with Sokar.
Dislike.
They didn't do anything.
I just wish
dislike.
I just wish they'd done more with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even want to put him in dislike
because what did he do? I don't even remember.
He died for Apophis to come back again. Yeah, that was the time when Apophis came back quickly.
Go dislike because it was disappointing that they had him. But I'm sure this guy played Anubis in one of the iterations of Anubis as well.
Yes,
but
he's the Anubis that's already there.
It was just disappointing. We had Satan, for God's sake, and he was only there for like 5 minutes and they killed him.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Neutral, or where are we putting him?
No, I would say dislike because he was so disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wasn't particularly anything, was he? So we
didn't and the actor, this same guy, so he could have been good.
Yeah, only one of them.
All right, before we get to the beautiful Miss Adria herself down here, let's talk about this creepy little bastard over here. This dude walking around with this stick that is turning people into essentially mental religious slaves. Terrifying. very evil. But where in the evil pantheon? Shall we
you
put the
are
Ori?
evil.
For me, I mean, I didn't hate the whole Ori storyline, but there's better.
I liked the Ori. I like the Ori seasons. I think I might be the only person. I think they were just as good as anything else we saw in SG1. I really like that they changed it up a bit, and I thought they were really cool. But I might have rose-colored testicles on there. I said testicles, but I meant spectacles because I'm a comedy genius. But
In your own mind, anyway.
Shut up, Sarah.
No comment. I
mean, it's fair, but
see, I'm kind of iffy on this one. You're not gonna like it, Jay, but I actually, as much as I like Miranda Baccarin and Adria, I think the Ori themselves and the Prior are a much better villain in general. It feels like Adria's just like, let's do Anubis or somebody, but like for the Ori now.
Right.
And it was still good. I think they did well with it because obviously they have other characters to kind of function similarly, and they know how to write that essentially. But I feel like the Ori are better, but I don't know if I love them. Conceptually, I do. Conceptually, I feel like the religious note at the very end of Stargate SG-1 is where it kind of makes the most sense. But I don't know if I love them. I love their evilness.
Right.
Throw them in like.
They're like for me.
Like,
but they are hallowed. So
they are hallowed. Now, Miss Leader of the Ori.
I love her. And I thought she was brilliant in it as well.
She was good.
But I love her.
And that she had a thing for Daniel is kind of funny too.
I love the iteration between her and Claudia Black as well.
Yeah. That was interesting. That felt nice.
But no, for this list, it is probably just like I can't put it because she wasn't as good a villain as the others we're talking about. But I love her.
She was OP and nerfed at the same time.
And she's going to be in He-Man. And I know somebody that's seen the script. And I'm going to be very, very angry.
It doesn't seem good.
They've done it as a bloody tongue-in-cheek, almost comedy.
Hey, I almost thought you were about to say musical with that tone for a second there.
No, I want a proper film. I want a serious He-Man movie. I don't want... Do you remember the Thunderbirds live-action movie years ago? They made that into a stupid, cheesy comedy, and Jonathan Frakes directed it, and I could punch him in the dick for it.
Did he actually?
Bad. And that they're going. You know what they do with these? Like when they do these types of films, and they make them a bit tongue-in-cheek and a bit thing. And he said that's what it comes across as. That they know it's a bit. I think they should just do it serious. They should just do a film, a fantasy adventure, and they're not. They're doing like a tongue-in-cheek. I mean, it depends what the director does with it. Don't get me wrong. The script is only half the thing, and it's what the director does with it and the edit and everything. So it could still be good. I'm so hoping. Please be good. I'm so looking.
Do you remember who's directing it off the top of your head?
I can't off the top of my head now, mate. They've changed directors a couple of times as well. So
it's not Kevin Smith writing it, right?
No.
Okay, it's different. Okay.
No, it's the cartoon, which I also hated. Please be good. I got Miranda Baccarin as the Emperor, for God's sake.
Do you have more faith in that, or do you have more faith in the new Highlander stuff?
I don't see how you mess Highlander up. It's one of those things. It's like, how do you F that up? You got just don't try and be clever with it. You know what I mean? It's not hard.
No.
You think they will try to be clever with it, though?
Probably.
I don't know.
But it's the stupid. I felt the same about the Thunderbirds movie. How do you screw that up? It's a no-brainer. Just don't take the piss. But they couldn't help it. They took the piss. And
Well, what's our favorite saying in the world that we like to go back to all the time?
Keep it simple, stupid Harris.
It's way too effective. It works too well.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Highlander. We'll see what they do with it. I hope it's good.
I hope so too. He seemed excited about it, and Henry Cavill, and the fact that Chad Stahelski is saying like, okay, all the things I did for John Wick and modern martial arts in movies and gun fu, like turning kung fu and like gun action together and making gun fu. If we get like a medieval fu or something, I'm all for it. Give me some cool like sword fights with that badassery.
It's how they use the Queen music because they're going to have to. It's so iconic to the thing, but if they do it wrong, it's going to go very badly wrong.
Yeah.
So they've got to do it subtle. But you all know that you both know I watched Highlander 2 recently.
And you loved it.
It might be the worst. Sometimes you watch a movie and it's so bad it's brilliant. Like Tremors or something like that. It's like
but Tremors is so good.
Actually, that's just a brilliant movie. But that's a bad example.
But The Room.
Yeah, but sometimes
The Room
is so bad you just love it.
Yeah, I sent you The Room this morning.
Highlander 2 is just bad. It's cringe in, oh my God, what were they thinking all the way through?
Yeah.
I don't know if I think I've seen it, but like when it came out or something, I have to watch it again. Do you remember? I'll waste my time watching it. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever watched it.
I have more important things to watch. I finished Daredevil finally, but yeah.
Yeah, no, don't. It's painful.
Aye.
Highlander 3 is alright.
Speaking of painful and evil and terrible things,
evil.
We got a few guys lined up over here. Well,
you've been working.
Let's go ahead and say the System Lords. I don't know. They took him out. There was more than just him here for a second ago.
I liked some of them, but I didn't like others. I liked Emperor U.
I think I have to go love overall. If we're talking about all the System Lords together.
All right.
Because Anubis was the head of it or something, right? Or no, he was, and then he wasn't.
Paul was, then Anubis was, you was.
Yeah.
I was.
Yes. How'd you know? Did you forget?
I wasn't sure you talking to me or Sarah.
All the above.
Kinsey. Right.
So are we sticking for love with System Lords?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The second you said that, I was like, yeah, precisely. Let's go ahead and do Kinsey. That's a fun one. Everybody else is a little bit further down the road in SGA and SGU. Kinsey!
He was the most dislikable character they ever had on the screen. He was hateful. It's only no. I don't genuinely. You even loved Mayborn in the end, didn't you? He was supposed to be a
totally
little character and Woolsey and all that.
Yeah,
Kinsey was just hateful.
Yeah,
he's fun to hate.
I'd seriously think about putting him in a different category. There's almost just like we almost need like just a hateful character thing. It's just like.
Just put him in.
This man was such and the actor did it so well. He was brilliant. It was a weasel.
Love. It's easy. That's an easy one. He did play a politician perfectly.
Yeah.
Slimy.
Perfect character.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
The underwater fish looking guy. He wasn't a villain though, was he? Underwater fish looking guy. He's the wasn't it like Onaraka or something like that was a species?
Yeah, he wasn't a bad guy in the end, was he? He was just a dude. He wasn't a villain.
Yeah. He was like, oh wait, sorry, didn't mean to trap y'all down here.
Oops.
Go back up.
He was just after his missus, wasn't he? He just wanted his missus.
Mayborn will be a good one though in a second here. I do need to go grab him. He's
selfish.
Do we want to include Mayborn as a villain?
I don't think he's a villain. He's just a selfish little sod. Well, I suppose he was a protagonist, so go on.
He was a villain to start with, and then I don't know. Then he was kind of like lovable rogue. Sort of
But he almost becomes villainous in the not even at the beginning or the middle, because the beginning he's mean and antagonistic, but he's just doing what his job is. until he starts saying, well, I'm going to take a couple of dollars off the top here. And I'm going to take a couple cool items off the top over here. And maybe a couple extra teams to go off and do a couple things or two for myself.
Right. Be a king of another world,
Yeah, he was a villain. I think he ends a little bit neutrally, but I believe he's a villain. Neutral to like. He did turn good. Okay. Yeah, let me go grab him real quick, and let's discuss our Lucian Alliance real quick. This is technically just Lucian Alliance, not just Telford, I guess. Right. We can separate because Telford is technically also good at the same time because he was brainwashed.
Okay. Alliance.
I say like because I wanted more, and I hope that maybe we get more if they ever wrap up SGU storyline.
I think even just if they do the SG1 reboot, because they're going to be the probably the only people in the galaxy that sort of I could see them just being a nuisance to us. Do you know what I
mean? Very much so. That mosquito in our side that we just can't get rid of.
Yeah.
So neutral, where are we?
Like.
Cool.
His name is Telford, and I'm from Telford. So
and it's
Village is just ace. He's such a good roster as well.
The Jedi. SGA's freaking NID, essentially. Where are we
I'm going to go with Love, mainly because of what's his name, who is the main Jedi villain. I forget what he yelled.
Kolchak?
Guy from Die Hard and everything else that he's been in.
So good.
Yeah.
Are we all good with Love on that one? How are we feeling, chat? The Tolan. Good idea. I'm going to Google them real quick. Now, I guess last up we have...
Yeah, so it's the SG1 reboot. Spin just asked about the SG1 reboot. You need to go and look at my videos on Tachyon Pulse. But no. It seems to be very much on hold, and they seem to be thinking hard reboot now. They seem to have given up.
The
Sony deal was the last was the last chance. But to be honest, they might switch. But no, it's not looking good at the moment.
Well, shoot. Amazon, change your mind. Don't reboot.
Well, they do. So
but they do change change your mind again.
Well, they seem to still be movie, which Amazon has always really been, we want to do a movie. We think it's a movie. But they have swung around, and MGM Plus sort of talked them into sort of have it investigate, doing a series and blah. And then Sony were like, "Oh, we'd like to do it," but then and now it looks like the Sony deal's not happening. And Amazon want to do it; they're just in no rush to do it. And it seems that it's because they want to leave it as long as possible because doing a hard reboot is easier.
I don't want a reboot, but if they do it well, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they do a good film. We're not going to care, are we? But it'll just
part of me says, why even do a reboot? I get that you have an IP, but everyone's tired of IP stuff right now. Make something new. If you're gonna do a hard reboot, make something new. Make a new product, Amazon. Do not hard reboot. I will draw my line in the sand. I mean, I'm probably still gonna go see the movie if it comes out, of course. But
yeah,
it's like
they'll do it at some point. They'll do it at some point. They're just not in any rush.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Anyway,
a load of their studio space got delayed as well. So a lot of the studio space that was supposed to be available last summer, it still isn't available. So that's also, they still do have a capacity issue. But anyway.
Still waiting for the Expanse Gate virus. Speaking of this wonderful franchise, this actor's been here literally since day one in the movies. In the movie, I guess. and found his way into just about everything else Stargate. Mr. Lucian Levain, Richard Kind himself. I almost called him Richard Pryor earlier, but
I didn't like those episodes.
Neutral.
I would almost.
It was funny, some of them, but
I think they try to make you dislike him purposefully.
He wasn't really. He was selfish.
Yeah.
And he always didn't he always
neutral.
then do the right thing in the end?
Because he was forced to.
Yeah, it was much more of a force.
Mhm.
Who is that? SGA. He was the leader of that one town, or I guess took over as leader of the one town and kind of
He
played
was
his
doing a
role.
mind control thing, wasn't he? Or was it a pharaoh thing? I forget. But well, everyone just believed everything he said, and I for me it's dislike, but I didn't like the episodes particularly.
Oh no, it wasn't pheromone or anything, was it? He was just invincible because he had the little shield thing that they shot McKay with because he had the shield, right? I think that was it. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I love the actor.
Right.
Yeah.
Neutral, dislike?
I'm okay with dislike.
Yeah. The arguments have been made. I agree. Now we're kind of in the fun territory. I have the Tolan, and I need to save a photo of them real quick. Next up, I believe, though, I did just save a photo of Mayborn. Where are we going to put our boy? Where's King Mayborn over here?
I loved him, that character.
I love the character, but how evil is he?
That's a good point.
I love the episode when O'Neill and him team up and go see Kinsey, and I love that.
So good. It's so good. Lucius was more annoying than McKay in SG-1. That's true.
Yeah.
Lucius,
I did not like McKay in SG-1. And then
we were supposed to dislike him. She was supposed to be the opposite to Smart.
Right.
So.
Then they kind of had to make him a likable character.
Yeah.
Even
then, though, he was the foil for Shepard, wasn't he? So there was there was like a double act. So.
Love.
I love the character. I don't think he's a villain.
Like him then?
Or
neutral?
On the list, if I'm honest.
He's a villain.
What are you thinking?
I'm okay with going with because I get he wasn't really this hardcore villain.
He did subjugate an entire population to his will. He did, I guess.
But he'd do that, given half a chance. Come on.
But he did
do that on a daily basis. Now I'm evil.
Well, he wasn't given the chance necessarily. He did seek that out.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm gonna have to grow an evil mustache.
And
get the tea back.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Are we going evil or likability?
He's
not
really a villain. I don't think he should be on the list.
Chat? Any backup here? Any help here? We got love Mayborn, but do we love him as a villain? Mayborn did help the village, so maybe not as much villainous things. What are we feeling? Any backup, y'all? We're being indecisive. Y'all gotta help us out here. Have you missed the bliss that only Seth can bestow? Okay, Peter says
Okay, throw him in
all right,
with an asterisk of is he really a villain?
Hopefully.
Hathor.
Oh, great! I actually meant to go ahead and type her in earlier, and I think I forgot to. So let me do that while we are discussing the Tolan.
They weren't villains.
These guys weren't they?
I mean, there was the one guy that was in love with Sam. He's not a villain.
Well, he's the good guy. The rest of the entire planet was villains, weren't they?
No. Because they ended up teaming up with the Gould, didn't they? Or they got deceived. Or the Gould.
Anubis rocked up and sort of went, do as you're told or I'll batter you. And so they were just Weasley, but they weren't villains. Yeah, because remember, they had that space thing. They had the space gun, and it was just Anubis turned up with his Emperor ship, that big bugger. And they basically went, do as you're told or we'll batter you. So they did. But before that, they were just a bit arrogant and full of themselves. They weren't evil. Yeah, they were thinking, I don't think they were villains. They were a bit naughty. But I mean, but they did the right thing in the end and got battered for it. No, that shouldn't.
Great point. So,
Sorry, I think you're thinking about those dudes with the slitty nose.
oh no, I literally someone just typed Tolan in earlier, and I didn't
not villains.
think past the first or second thought.
I think somebody's mixing them up with the
Aschen.
Yeah.
Aye. Or the Aschen, however you say it.
Aschen.
Yeah.
Well, let me go ahead and get those Aschen up there then. And let's talk about Hathor. Miss Hathor.
I hated this character. So stupid.
She's not great. She isn't. She
I was my brain. I'm not saying that. Sorry.
Oh, Quest says loathe. Oh wow.
Yeah.
And howdy, Scott.
Hey, Scott. Loathe. I hated the episodes, and I couldn't stand her. But the character was just poorly put together for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been a really good character as well.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of the system lords and the Goulds that are based off of just natural characters. They just like, well, that didn't work out the way we thought it might. We comfortable with Loathe down here?
I couldn't stand the episode, and I couldn't stand her.
Well, we've made it in there with a big smile down there. Welcome to Loathe. Next up, I guess let me get Aschen or the Aschen, excuse me, picture up here. Let me find a good one. I guess we're just going to use our doctor guy. That's all creepy. Where are we going to rank them?
The Aschen?
Yes.
I think I love them as villains because they're so like, we're your friend, but really evil.
Yeah. Stab you in the back.
Stab you in the back.
When I do SG1 videos, a lot of the time, it's particularly when we were talking about the reboot, and we were talking about what would we want to see. And a lot of comments were like, we want to see the Aschen. What happened to the Aschen? Did you know they're going to come? So it's a good episode. It's a beloved episode.
It's wild that it's only one episode.
Yeah.
And they're that memorable.
Yeah. They're a good villain.
Love.
That
creepy face. Honestly, him and the Janai, they would be a great little couple right here. Terrifyingly creepy, both of them. Who do we have up next? The Veneer. Ooh, that's a great one. The Veneer.
The Veneers?
The evil Asgardians in yeah.
I say but we didn't get enough. You know, it would have been interesting to explore that a lot more.
I didn't like those episodes.
Really?
No, I didn't think a lot of it. I thought it was a bit predictable, and I wasn't a big fan. But I will go with the young lady. It was a good twist that they had the big thingies, then it opened, and it was a little thing. That was quite a good twist, to be fair. Didn't see it coming.
Shin should have their own category, knobs.
I can go with
Okay. Chat, what are y'all thinking? Any other thoughts on there? Because I would want to love them. I feel like I would love them if they would have stayed longer. I do really like the idea of them, and I actually like the episodes. But
I like the McKay Daniel thing. Was good.
That's fun in the suits and stuff. Oh, so good.
I'm trying to remember how evil they were as well. Were they evil, or were they just trying to survive?
They're trying to survive, but I believe they were going about it in some not necessarily like friendly ways. I don't know if they would be ranked as truly evil because of the survival aspect of it, and particularly with knowing that the Asgard are gone. So hey, maybe these guys were right to a degree. But yeah, I don't know how truly evil they were. They just didn't necessarily go about making their decisions in a way that helped the galaxy per se. What What about the villains at the end of Atlantis?
Villains at the end of that. Well, we will do the Wraith at some point.
Yeah, honestly, I think I totally skipped by the Wraith because they are right here.
Yeah, but you should do Wraith and then should do
Todd
separately.
But is Todd a villain again? I guess he is.
Oh, he was a lovable villain. You naughty little tinker.
Where do we put the Wraith? Y'all know where I put him.
I would put him there too. I mean, if you think about just SGA, yeah, they're the best.
Yeah, I love the Wraith. I thought they were brilliant. Space vampires. Can't argue with that. I think I like the drones more than I like the ones. But you know, you gotta love them good as well. So
I did watch The Little Vampire this past week. Oh, I forgot to say that on Sunday. And that was so good. But it was totally just in little kids, and it's so good. And a great movie. Perfect. Who else are we thinking of?
Todd. If we wanted to make him separate, I don't know.
Yeah.
He was the Wraith we saw the most of. And again, the actor that played him, I want to say Henrik Christensen or something like that.
No, it's Christopher Herondal or something.
Herondal?
Yeah, I don't know if I have the last name right.
Christoph Herondal. Christoph Herondal?
I think it's just Christopher.
Christopher. Okay.
Christopher Heyerdahl.
I shouldn't be arguing with anybody about names. I never remember them. So we'll go with that. But he was so cool. He was in Sanctuary and one of great voices. He's played 2 or 3 different characters in Stargate. From SG1 to SG8. He's
in Hell on Wheels too. He was really good in that.
Oh, was he really?
Good actor. Yeah, very likable actor.
I've never watched Hell on Wheels outside of like an episode or 2, and I want to so bad.
It's good. And it has
Anson Mount.
Yeah, and O'Brien is in it also. From Star Trek, you don't know. O'Brien from Star Trek with Cole Meany.
Oh, Cole Meany. Hey, he was just in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or a couple episodes that we were watching last week. They're great episodes. He's a cheesemonger. Do we love Todd?
I love Todd. I think and he was a good villain, even though he wasn't always totally a villain.
Right.
Oh, and when he's evil, he is truly evil because you've been trusting him for a while, and he's like,
right.
And he feels remorseful about it, but he's gonna do it anyway. He says, "Okay, y'all been helping me, but also I'm a Wraith, and sorry." like he just reminds you that every now and then. You're like, "Oh,
I'm hungry."
Well, yeah. Sorry. Column and Commander Kolya. Yeah, let's do Kolya individually as well.
Yeah, Kolya.
He's such a good actor.
Kolya. Come.
Acastus Kolsa. Acastus Kolya. I can't even say his name. I just read it. And anybody else that we can think of? Todd was the Lord U of the Wraith. Hey, that's actually a great reference, Stanley's. Todd was the Lord U of the Wraith. I like that. Nearty. Hey, great quest. Thank you, Melvin. I'm gonna put that on there too. Let me search Nearty.
Oh yeah,
He
was the one that was experimented on people and stuff. That's her. Okay.
Turning people invisible and stuff. And
right. Okay.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, she also turned people into like the Toxic Avenger, like over and over.
Sounds like a lot.
That's G1.
Sounds a bit evil. The Cassandra planet. Okay. I'll probably recognize him. Yeah, he was good.
Love him. That actor is great.
And he was bloody evil as well.
I need to move over all the love again.
Yeah, they had to make good villains.
They're also taking up a lot of space up here. Sorry, System Lords. It's gonna fill in the blanks a bit. Next up, though, is Nerty. Let me go ahead and toss her up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
uh,
Like,
She's pretty freaking evil.
she was evil. The actress did a bloody good job of that, didn't she? Really,
Excellent.
she did not come across well.
Not somebody you want to be friends with.
Yeah, she was dislikable,
which kind of made her lovable as a villain.
Yeah. So anyway, you're getting good at all this computer stuff. Yeah, look at you.
Ish.
When we first started talking, you couldn't edit for crap. You couldn't do a thumbnail.
And now I'm going at it.
Flying.
no, I gotta learn how to do all that stuff.
Necessity is the mother of invention, or also just learning the shit that you probably should have learned years ago, I guess. Oops.
Sarah, you will learn it because it's very easy. I learned it.
Oh, yeah. If I could learn it over the last couple months, you're fine.
Yeah, because it did take me like 5 years to get good at it. But, well, that's me saying I got good at it.
Yeah.
I never really got good at it. But it's easy. You just got to get the right software and it's easy.
Oh,
shut up, Amazon.
Lenore. She's a good one. She gave Jonas cancer and all that. Yeah. Let me search her up real quick. Nearty. Where are we going to put Nearty?
Like, for me. She
That's
wasn't
what I said earlier, yeah. Like.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm with y'all. Let's rearrange a little bit. After Nearty, though, Leonore. Oh my God. Lenore.
I don't remember my name. Probably when I see the picture, I will.
I'll remember.
The old lady that's not popping up on Google Photos.
Oh,
anymore.
right. She was in that prison planet or underground prison that and then
she was kind of leading them.
And then she did that experiment that made everybody forget who they were, but made her young again. And then Daniel kind of had a thing with her, and yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that's the same one that ends up being his, the one that takes over his ex-wife, right?
No, I don't think so.
Who's the one that takes over his ex-wife? Which system lord?
That's oh God, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
It's an A name, I think. Let me see.
Anubis? Adri.
No, she ends up being
Annie?
Apothos's wife.
Yeah. I remember the character.
Shara. No, not Shara. I just read Shara. I just thinking why. I was like, no, immediately as I say that. No. It wasn't Hathor still, was it?
No.
That wasn't Hathor.
I don't think so. Hathor dies. Oh, it was Osiris. It was Osiris, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Was it?
I can't
about
find
the
freaking photo of Lenore.
Osiris is another villain, though, too.
I don't know, Osiris. No, it wasn't Osiris, was it?
It wasn't. That's why I'm looking up.
Osiris was the ex-girlfriend, the redhead.
Yeah. His college girlfriend. Daniel's college girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah. That was Osiris.
Yeah.
Sarah will find it, don't worry.
I'm trying to
Oh, yeah, no, that's who I'm talking about. That's who for Osiris.
Right,
but
that's
also, Lenore is not the same lady.
No.
Amunet.
Yes, right? That's what it is. Amunet. Something like that. I'm trying to find. I can't find it.
Oh, that's right. Amunet took over Shara.
Right. Yeah.
I was thinking the blonde one, which is Osiris.
Amunet Stargate.
It's just Shara.
Amunet, but it is pronounced differently. Oh no, it's pronounced. Wiki pronounce it one way, and Gate World write it like Stanley. Wiki put a U in there. Amunet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. But Gate World say Amunet.
Right.
Does anybody watch the Stargate Gate World
I did.
thing?
I've been meaning to all week, and I just haven't been able to yet. How is it?
It's good. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's like an hour long. It's exactly what it says it is.
Yeah.
A short history, you know what I mean? So you kind of get like how it became a show, how they can't, whatever.
You won't learn anything if you're a fan, but
right.
It was interesting.
Good. Mm-hmm.
It'll be good for people
support Gatewell. They put a lot of effort into that, so
Yeah.
Darren and I guess that's mostly Darren, huh? That was damn good.
Yeah, neutral with her. She wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, was she totally even though? Because didn't she like kind of take a back seat when she got pregnant? Like,
yeah,
but that was because Sharae would kept popping back out, right? Because when she was pregnant, Sharae would come back.
Yeah.
So neutral on her.
I'm neutral, really.
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot of.
Yeah.
We were supposed to care more because it was Sharae, weren't we? But we just didn't.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd almost forgotten about Sharae at that point.
Yeah.
That was Cyrus, the other ex-wife.
She's good, to be fair.
She's very good.
Yeah. I'm only going to say
she's married to Toby Stevens.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, she's English, isn't she?
I think they're still married. Maybe they're not, but anyway, they were. But, yeah.
I'm only going to go as far as like for me.
Yeah, I'd put like.
She doesn't compare to the others.
No.
But she was good.
No. Mm-hmm.
I think putting her next to Nerdy is actually kind of perfect. Her near T, I guess, Nerdy, but near T. Her.
Yeah, it wasn't his ex-wife; it was next girlfriend.
Nerdy is what we're being right now.
Exactly. That East Texas accent pops out real quick. And so I'm doing some voiceover classes right now on Tuesdays, and the voiceover coach is also from East Texas, and it's very helpful. She lives out in LA and everything, but it's nice. I don't sound crazy.
You have to put the voice on, like there was once a man alone, like that sort of thing.
They're great. I love doing that.
He found a butt plug. Yeah,
I was gonna say like a dog or something, but here we go.
No, a magic
a magic plug.
We can't let an episode go by.
Of course not.
Can't do it.
How could we? Okay, also, I cannot find this Lenore lady. I'm going to just type in old SG-1 prison villain lady.
Prison villain? Well, she's an evil scientist, basically.
It worked immediately.
Yeah.
No way, you're joking.
I'm kind of neutral on her because we only got, like, what, 2 episodes?
Linnea.
With her old and then young.
I don't even really remember. I need to see the picture.
I think when she came back the second time, I think her and Daniel hooked up, didn't they? I think so.
As the young one?
Yeah.
I kind of remember that.
I think
I'm struggling.
You don't remember the old lady that was like, oh yeah,
only vaguely. I must have.
They were in a prison, underground prison, and there was that really gross slop they had to eat that came down a chute, and it was really gross.
I do vaguely remember it, but I don't really. I'm not well enough.
It's not a standout episode. That's for sure.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed the episode particularly because I don't really remember it. So
interesting.
Is that like a season 1? I think it's like season 1 or 2 or something.
There were some dodgy episodes in season 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, it was season 1.
Yeah, exactly. So you should never judge a book by its season 1. There's a mix of metaphors there. Ignore me. I'm neutral because I can't remember. Or not well enough to have an opinion.
Okay, yeah, seasons 2 and 3.
That was true. Yeah.
See, I actually like her, but if she's not memorable enough for someone who started a Stargate channel and became one of the most
I didn't start a Stargate channel.
This is true. I think neutral does seem probably more realistic.
Just happened to look into getting everybody from MGM moaning at me as they're losing their jobs.
Well, timing is perfect. Daniel did beat up the big guy so they could fist. Oh my god, nope! You got me wrong. We're not doing that to the prisoners. Daniel beat up the guy so they could eat first in the episode. Prisoners.
I think I liked fist better.
The plug has expanded very greatly. Any other villains?
Something about Sarah. I like fisting too.
Oh god.
Punching people, that's what it means, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Fisting.
Yeah.
It's like that Marvel character, Razor Fist. Sounds
Iron
great.
Fist.
Fister
Iron Fist
in
too, yeah.
email.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Thanos is Gold Fist if we really want to go in there. Anyway,
Fisted
Let's do a tier list.
Stargate villains. These are most the villains, I believe. We've gotten a lot of the smaller ones. Any other ones that y'all can kind of think up that we might be missing here?
We've got quite a few.
We've got Ra, Ball, the System Lords, Kinsey, Anubis back here, Kolya, Todd, the Wraith in General, the Janai in General. Wait, where's Kolya? Oh, Kolya's over here. Duh. The Aschen. We've got our oh my god, what was his name? It's
Michael.
Not Lighthead. I know it's Michael, but it's Light something. Lightbringer. Oh, what is it? Oh, I just saved
Nightlight.
it. It's something like that. I said it as we were doing it. I was like, oh, I looked at it. So Stargate, Last Light is his name. Cool. I always forget he actually has a
Sokar, Gigwise. We've got Lord
We
Duke.
did Sokar.
Replicator, the Prophet.
We didn't do Lord Upes, but he's kind of just
He
in
wasn't
with
a
the
villain
System
in the
Lord.
end, though, was he? He was actually trying to help.
Yeah, I think Lord U would almost be us trying to do Mayborn again and be like, is he actually a villain? Is he not?
Well, he is a villain, but did he do the right thing in the end?
I guess also by that point, he's not even doing the right thing. He's seen how kind of being led. Oops. That's like, sorry, old man. Here you are. You should say this and do this here. It was essentially Joe Biden. Are you kidding? Do you have fifth up here? Who's fifth?
Fifth. Yeah, they then made. We didn't put fifth on, did we?
We did Sam and the replicators. I think we covered the replicators.
He was just a bit whiny.
Yeah.
Sam. But he made Samantha, and Samantha killed him.
Well, it's.
Oh yeah.
The SGU is the one that turned him evil, right? Because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna help you and everything," and then they stabbed him in the back.
Yeah, SGA, but yeah.
Evil Jaffa counselor.
Right.
The fat guy. Yeah, I need another wee. What the hell is wrong with me?
Where's the evil guy?
I had 2 pints for my lunch. That's what's wrong with me. And then I've just drank that much water.
The one thing I'll never forgive Stargate for, but also they did it because he asked to be in there. I want Wayne Brady as an actual like first prime in more than just one frickin' episode. So good. So good. Which I guess I shouldn't say anything. I might be on a show that he hosts in the next couple weeks.
Cool.
Which could be fun. Hopefully I can win some things. We don't know. You know, that's just him waiting for casting. Send me a text. Jack O'Neill, he was evil, turned 5 into a bad guy.
Yeah. That's what I was just saying. They stabbed him in the back. It was. Yeah.
So we're saying Jack would be the bad guy?
In that scenario, he was, yeah. But I don't think he's not a. I wouldn't put him in with villains, though.
Yeah. Well, because also he did that trying to be protective of Sam in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
Lucian Alliance, Winston. That's what Telford is right here. Because he's not truly a villain, so we kind of we kind of went around that one a little bit with him.
I'm back. Hello.
I'm gonna just bring. There you go. Oh no, these layerings are impossible, but fun. Okay, good enough. There we are. Anybody else? Ayers Bach. Bounty hunter.
Not a villain.
No, he's just wanted his payday.
The Ori loving Jaffa. What is his name? I couldn't. I tried to search him.
He was turned into a villain by the thing, but he was just power hungry. He wasn't really a villain. He was in a brilliant movie with James Woods, the actor, about boxing. I love that film. But I can't remember the character's name. I can't remember the actor's name either.
Well, the Jaffa were villains earlier on. I mean, the ones that hadn't turned.
The ones that did it and liked it.
What was the son of Apophis that came around? The bald dude, or the son of Ra, excuse me. The bald guy that was an early villain early on.
Bald?
He was a.
Oh, he was kind of like a big. He was more of and he kind of worked with Apophis and.
Yeah, he was almost like the second hand of Apophis, and I believe he was one of the sons.
He was around when they were in that like prison hell planet where Apophis came back and stuff, wasn't he in that episode as well? Okay.
Thank you, Stanley's Harrower.
Ah. Oh yes, I remember Harrower. Yeah. Sorry.
Neutral, because we didn't really.
No, he wasn't. He was just always in the background, wasn't he?
And as much as I do love Apophis, this guy would have been better to come back to tie it into the Raw stuff overall.
Oh, Scarro, who was
yeah, who took over
Skara? Sorry, Skara. Like what was the Gould that took over Skara? Or possessed him, or whatever you say.
Susan the Mighty.
Susan the Where are we going to toss everywhere real quick? Neutral or like or
neutral?
Stargate. Skara. 2 A's. 3 A's.
Actually, 17 A's.
Chlorel? No, that can't be right. Chlorel?
Daniel's wife's brother.
Skara.
Oh.
That's who, yeah.
I was like, what? Yeah. Chlorel. There we go. That's who it was, right?
Was it Chlorel? Okay. He was good. The final episodes, when the Apophis goes to Earth, he was good in that. I like that they used the original actor. I always like that.
He's good too. I don't know many other projects he's done outside of Stargate, but all the times he pops up in Stargate, he's just having a good time. And it's fun to have the actor have a good time because it lets him sink into everything. But where are we going to put him? Where would you put old Chlorel? So we do
Susan the Mighty. That's the important question. Susan. Scared myself.
I think.
Like. Yeah. I would go like. I preferred him as Skara.
I'm going to have to take a break here for a second. I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries. We're probably nearing all the villains that we could kind of think of. Anybody else? Imhotep, thank you. That's a good one. We do have some replicators in there.
Imhotep
is the fake Jaffa leader. Oh yeah. The what's his name? I forget what they call the leader of the Jaffa whenever he's there.
Susan.
That's literally how this guy's voice sounds, though. I love it.
I sent you a thing on Instagram, by the way, and it's is his name Matt Berry? Is it Matt?
Yes.
As Darth Vader. I am your father. It's so good. I love Matt Berry.
He's like the absolute best. We were talking about yesterday. What? Well, I'm trying to remember what the conversation was. I forget what it was. Anyway, Matt Berry came up. And my roommate was like, "I need Matt Berry to do like a show about the Greek gods or something, and just him describing everything in like the most nonchalant and like BS kind of way possible."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Just watch Crapopolis." I'm pretty sure my roommate just watched like 2 or 3 episodes right after. Crapopolis is that, and it's great.
No, he's brilliant.
Pegasus replicators? Did we missed those, didn't we? I think we actually did.
And I said I wasn't a fan, did I? By then we really were bored of them. You can throw them in there, but they were getting on people's nerves by that point.
Are the Assuran replicators the Pegasus replicators? Because I thought they had a 3rd set of replicators for Atlantis.
Yeah, the replicators a thing.
They are?
Yeah, the Assurance. Yes, I think that is right.
The IT
crowd. His grandfather service revolving. Yeah, it's just brilliant. IT crowd. I really watched the IT crowd recently. Just fantastic.
Okay, well, I guess not the Pegasus replicators then. Did we didn't put Imhotep on here. I just downloaded them and I forgot to place them. What are we gonna toss? Oh, Imhotep here.
Dislike.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say neutral because he played the role that he needed to play for the episode and is memorable, but like the standout in that episode is who ends up becoming like Teal'c's second in command essentially. Well, not Susan! But the other guy, the other Jaffa guy that's just awesome.
Bert.
Billy Mays, actually.
Bob.
The ancients dumping stargates with no thought of consequences. Bastards. T'Lok.
Scientific experiments and then just leaving them turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Should we turn everything off while we ascend? Nah, leave it.
No. We'll just leave it there.
Should we lock the door?
What do they care? They're sending whatever.
Or just dying.
T'Lok.
Or just leaving. They just evacuated the Atlantis. Just left everything on. They were worried about all that technology being fall into the hands of the Wraith, so they just left it.
Yeah. Like, that's not gonna be available for them to go find at all.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Nothing will go wrong. They're morons. They're not villains. They're just morons.
Yeah.
Again, I think these ascended beings, again, they're not villains as such as they just don't really care. They say that, like we don't interfere with lesser beings or whatever. They just don't care. Louis Gossett Jr. Thank you.
Oh yeah. That's who I was trying to think. Yeah. Because I just did download T'Lok as well, and he can just kind of be the Jaffa Council, I guess, and when it was bad. But this guy's definitely are more appropriate. Real quick, Imhotep, dislike or neutral?
Neutral. I don't really care.
Chat, anybody?
Dislike, I'm fine. He was a bit of a nothing character.
You said dislike?
Okay.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Go, Sarah.
All right, let's do it.
Sarah knows best. That's our new motto.
There you go. I don't know what changed in Jada Day.
How was he a villain?
He was essentially the version of Garrick that was doing bad things prior to Garrick, I guess.
I don't remember him being a villain.
Did this not save? Where's Garrick? There he is. Yeah, because this guy's the bad one. But this guy, I think, essentially let him take it. I remember him being bad, but he's definitely not as bad as this guy. This guy's definitely much more standout.
How did he die in the end, Garrick? What happened to him in the end?
That's not the Garrick's the second one.
I need to watch Stargate again.
Yeah.
There you go. That's an excuse. I watch Stargate again. I'm getting bits.
He didn't get burned, did he?
I think he refused to do as he was told in the end, and they burned him for it.
That sounds right, but I don't remember specifically.
Well, I want to say that happens in not Continuum.
No, he wasn't in the movies. He was dead before the end.
I don't. Yeah.
I think he turned on in the end. I don't think he was a villain in the end. And he was only did the all right because he was convinced by the religion, wasn't he? He was tricked as much as anything else.
Well, I mean, he was a thorn in everything that I don't know. He was trying to hold back all the good things that Braytac and Teal.
Yeah, he was a politician. He wanted them to stand on their own, didn't he? I don't think he was a villain in the end.
If I help you, I'll die, but I shall die free. Fire. Okay, yeah, he's burned alive. He's burned alive. I think he does make good decisions in the end, but that's probably the only good decision he's made. Outside of that, he is just a politician. But I guess if Kinsey's up here, he's just a politician.
Yeah, no, Kinsey was actually actively tried to destroy the SGC. And
this guy actively tried to destroy his entire culture.
Yeah, I suppose so. Kinsey was hateable, though.
He
wasn't really a villain in the sense of being evil, was he? Just Kinsey, to be fair. We just hated him.
I would say Garrick is more evil than Kinsey, realistically.
Okay, but like I said, like they're saying in the chat, he cured. He found the cure for the virus that was wiping everyone out. So I think in the end, he was good. Kinsey was never good. He was always a weasely little shite.
Yeah.
It's like how you can't have Woolsey up here, even though he was sort of a bit. Well, I mean, because he was never really a villain. He was just doing his job. But
right.
Well, you know what? We're indecisive. We can't make a decision. So I'm just going to let someone else make a decision for us. Where does Garrick go, Matt?
Oh my God, Matt.
Oh my God. What? I don't know. Show me the list. Show me the list.
We've not seen you in ages, and the first thing you say is, I don't know. How are you, Matty?
I'm good. How are you?
Ages. I'm all right, mate.
I know. Only reason I popped onto YouTube because I was going to watch a YouTube video and I saw live. I was like, oh, now I should check Facebook. Link. I'm going to go in.
What are these silly people talking about?
Why not?
Your favorite thing.
So forgive me. I don't know. I have no idea what this is about.
No, we're just picking like
villains.
Evil, or not even the most evil. Which Stargate
villains
are we putting where?
I don't think he's a villain. Why are we repeating?
He was brainwashed.
He's kind of just like a cult follower in a way.
He's not a villain. You're saying we're indecisive. I'm not indecisive. He's not a villain.
Well, he's just as much of a villain as Mayborn is.
Oh, we're repeating terribly for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll probably be me. Hang on. Uno memento.
Por favor.
Choose to resist the aura's influence, though at a fatal cost. Yeah.
Wasn't evil. Just go, move on. He wasn't evil.
Well, if we place Mayborn somewhere, we got to place him somewhere. Let's just place. Because he's easily more evil than Mayborn.
argued Mayborn shouldn't be on the list.
But no, I know. But if Mayborn's on
then,
there, we might as well.
I would say
neutral. Yeah.
Neutral. There we go. We made a decision.
Ew.
And Matthew agrees. Look, he can tell from his cheeky little smile. Can we talk a little bit of Doctor Who?
No.
I was about to say, I was going to ask
if you come up with speakers, it's just going to happen. I'll just mute myself when I'm not talking.
Okay. Just very quickly, Matt. Have you seen my video on Stargate Outpost? Oh well, you'll know the story that Shooty was apparently quit.
I didn't know that. No.
Right. Well, I was in the Sun yesterday.
The sadness.
That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, you need to subscribe to the Stargate Pulse podcast, mate, to keep up to date with all the news and sci-fi.
I was the first subscriber.
Were you? Aww.
Yes.
Right, so watch the videos then, you dick. What are you doing? But anyway, yeah, he's apparently quit. And they've already filmed. I know they have filmed a regeneration sequence, but they also filmed. They apparently filmed like 3 different endings because they weren't sure what was going on. But he has filmed a regeneration sequence, and apparently he's quit. And that was in the Sun. It's widely reported now that he's quit. He does not want to do a 3rd season.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, that tells everything, really. Massive hardcore Doctor Who fan. The Doctor quits.
I liked him. He was good. Like, don't get me wrong. He was fine, but
he didn't have the charisma for me. He's not the Doctor for me.
It was all the crying for me. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Is that actually a thing? Like they were doing? Like I read an article. It's like
crying in every episode for no reason whatsoever.
Oh wow.
No, not for me.
I'm excited to watch it next year after I get through a year of Trek. Doctor Who.
Yeah, well, you've got a long way to go. And Doctor Who's been going like 60 years, so good luck with that.
Matt's past tinsdom.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the past tense in the episodes that I watched in the past.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like Disney aren't gonna go for it as well.
I've seen. I don't know if this is related, but I've seen they've auctioned off loads and loads of Doctor Who props. But they're currently auctioning off loads of Doctor Who props, and I wondered if it was like a way to raise a bit of money because Disney aren't happy, kind of thing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're gonna sign the deal, and they just keep putting it off. And at the moment, they're saying we'll decide when the 2nd season drops, but they were supposed to decide 6 months ago. They were supposed to negotiate and sign a new deal 6 months ago. So and they haven't. So it's not looking good. Sony are already talking to Amazon. So Sony, Bad Wolf, who's obviously owned by Sony, are already talking to Amazon. Like, if Doctor Who goes, do you fancy picking it up? If Mickey Mouse money leaves. So I'll have to see what happens. But
I can't see Amazon taking it.
I from what I'm told, they're open to the idea, but they'd want the back catalogue. They'd want all of it, and that isn't easy.
Especially when you have a deal in place with Disney and a season of unaired television.
The BBC iPlayer, the BBC have been looking to offload the iPlayer and transfer it to sort of like an existing platform. And the suggestion was that it could move to Amazon, basically, and at Amazon it would become an add-on on Amazon. But that's very early suggestions. But the BBC eventually want to get rid of the iPlayer because it costs too much to run. And
also because if it was on Netflix, they could say all of our content's on Netflix. You have to pay your TV license for Netflix.
Well, yeah, have to pay a TV license for Amazon. So, but
yeah,
it does seem that they're exploring out of the box thinking for the BBC because they know the time is coming very quickly that People have stopped paying the TV license. They suddenly realised a couple of years. I know you guys don't know how we're talking about TV license, but they could suddenly realised a few years ago that you don't have to pay it. So people just stop paying.
Well, and what do you do then? Do you just get like I guess satellite still works.
Well, in theory, if you're watching TV,
you only need it if you can watch live TV.
Yeah, you just can't watch live.
If you have the capability to receive a signal, to watch live broadcast, you need to pay a license.
Yeah,
it's not enough that you don't just watch the BBC. It's like any live broadcast. It's an archaic thing, but that's what it is.
It's a dying thing. People have stopped paying by the million, and but that was funds the BBC basically. So, but
yeah, that's it.
But as we had the Doctor Who fan, I just wondered what he thought. Different.
I think my exact words were,
Meh.
Yay.
I just hope they have a white man as the Doctor Who next time. I'm sick of all this experimentation.
okay. No comment.
I want a white, straight man, damn it. All these other little bloody boobs and it's terrible. What happened to this world? Political correctness gone mad.
I did.
One of my best performing videos when I started doing Doctor Who content, I made a fake logo and I called it Doctor Woke, and it did really well. I really like that logo.
That's great.
I hate that word.
Do we want to rank the villains within each tier?
I also hate it, but I made it because I knew it would get attention.
Yeah.
To round out today, shall we spend the next few minutes? Actually, I did put Rush on here. Do we want to put
Rush
Rush?
is
No.
a villain.
No, he was not.
He might be a psychopath, but he's not a villain.
Where's Anubis?
I was thinking the same thing. Anubis is right here. He's taking
right up there. Yeah. Good.
We might need to make him bigger. He gets to be scared.
The person. I've got two tops. I actually genuinely think Anubis was the best villain, but the character I hated the most was Kinsey. Even though he wasn't an out-and-out evil villain, I just hated him. Genuinely.
Hang on. Why is Hathor in Loathe?
Because I can't stand her.
Nobody really liked her all that much.
I liked her. The actress that plays it keeps appearing on my Facebook. I was like, you may be friends with this person. It's because of Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, say hello.
No. Like, it's just like a suggested friend. If I added, she was like, who's this? I'm not adding this person.
Jenny knows it.
You should. But yeah, where are we gonna put everybody? Because this is where we kind of get a little complicated.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Anubis is number one. I think that's.
Yeah, Anubis is number one. Ra's the other end for me. Yeah. Baal is that end still.
And Anubis, Baal, Todd,
Kinsey.
Anubis and Baal kind of right next to each other like that.
Then maybe just the Wraith together. Not just...
Yeah. What's his name? Oh, that guy. What's his name?
Todd or Kolya?
Collier, that's it. Yeah. No, don't like him. I don't love him.
I love him.
You can go and load for me.
Well, this is loving our villains, I guess, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's almost the opposite. I thought about that as we did it. It's like we should kind of technically label them exact oppositely in a way. But also
we're live on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah.
I refuse to.
Hang on. Why is Adria not in the top?
They wouldn't let me.
Right. Come on, guys. Come on.
She wasn't as good as the rest. I agree with that. No. I love her so much. But she wasn't.
I don't think Adria deserves to be in the same list as Apophis.
She is.
Or no, she doesn't deserve. She's better than Apophis. And what's his name? The fucking man at the end. What's his name? Alexis Cruz. Him. Yeah. What's his name?
Skara. Oh my God.
Pharrell.
Evil Skara. I'll just say evil
Yeah.
Skara. That's easier.
Pharrell.
Coltec or something like that.
Yeah.
Collect.
Pharrell.
Oh, I'm just trying to scoot up in the chat real fast.
Evil Skara.
Chlorel. There we go. Chlorel.
we said that.
Just
didn't
said that about 4 times.
Did? Oh, literally.
Yeah.
Oh. I was so
Adam.
focused on scrolling.
Modest Traveller, we are looking at the vote, and we do keep asking people in the chat, but yeah, we haven't set up votes polls.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing it as we go.
Weren't we supposed to do that for the awards thing? Have we done that yet? Or are we not? Or not yet?
No, I'm going to do that. What I'll do
Okay.
is I've got the I'm going to keep him, and then basically just before the awards thing, I'll put them on for 2 days each. So I got to try to be really fair with them and put them on for the same amount of time. And so it goes on it. And but then what I'm going to try and do is take them down so people don't necessarily know who's won, and so try to have a surprise element to who's won.
I wish there was a way to do it without it just being like not an anonymous poll, but a poll where you don't
show the results.
Yeah, don't think there is, but I'll have a look.
Aye. So after Kinsey, who are we going to put here again? I would put System Lords pretty far over there.
Yeah.
Todd or the Wraith as a whole. I think probably. The Wraith would be.
Yeah. I'd put Wraith before Todd, personally.
Yeah, I mean. And then maybe the Aschen.
Yeah.
Honestly?
They're pretty evil.
They were good. I like
Yeah.
the Aschen. Good episode. Powerful.
And for us to think about them the way we do after one episode. Is this the right order? Do we want to put everybody else in between? So where would the System Lords rank?
Right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Todd could kind of overlap the Wraith because it's kind of the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay. So System Lords, Aschen. Or we're putting our man Kolya here. And the Janai themselves. Kolya before the Janai or Janai then Kolya?
That's like, because didn't Kolya like kind of split from the Janai to do his own thing? Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I would put him in front.
He did a bit of murdering.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the second time he goes back, or third, whatever time he goes back into Atlantis, he does that with his own team. That's not. It's all Janai people, but they're not necessarily Janai like government necessarily. I don't believe.
Right.
Cool.
Todd was definitely a villain. So Nate and Quest are both saying, like, how is he a villain? He was a villain. He did some okay stuff, but he was a villain. And he did some really villainous things.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys, though. I'm not sure Mayborn should be on this list, but...
If we take Mayborn out, we can take Garrick out.
He did some villainous things. I don't think Garrick should be on the list.
Well, Garrick did more villainous things than Mayborn ever did. Even just accepting the prior and becoming a prior. He subjugated tens of millions, if not billions, of people to a religious kind of thing that he had no understanding of.
Garrick only became a prior to save his people.
Mayborn did too, I guess. I would totally rank Garrick.
I'd say that's a hero.
Well, you die a hero, sure. That doesn't mean you lived as one.
Yeah, I think what you do in the end counts, matters.
Well, yeah, of course it matters.
We can all make slight boo-boos, like becoming an evil Ori. But as long as we realise in the end, like, I was going to say something political again. But you see, I stopped myself. I'm becoming a grown-up. I'm not saying it. Oh, by the way, when America play Canada in the hockey, I can't watch it till Friday night do not put in the chat who wins. Okay?
All right.
I want to watch the game. You ruined the last one for me. Don't do it again.
I didn't know you were watching, so what?
I'm an NFL fan now. I'm really into the hockey. I freaking love it.
It's great. I agree.
But you ruined it for me. So that was going to be my evening. I was going to watch the hockey, and you ruined it for me.
Still watching, huh?
Go Canada. Go Canada.
No, of course.
Yeah, it's gonna go the same way.
I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be pretty evenly. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth. We'll see who
America's got a couple of
gets it in the end. But
yeah. Come on. Canada. Eh?
Their goaltending's not great on Team Canada. That's the problem. USA has better goaltending.
But USA are politically evil, so Come on, you got to admit you want Canada. Come on, you know you do. They're so polite.
I don't know. We talked about the Canadian border earlier.
You were allowed to want your country to win, for the love of God. You're allowed to be proud of the country you live in.
Oh well, we don't have to be, because I mean we already are. Like Canada doesn't stand a chance. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, because Canadians don't give a crap about hockey.
Yeah,
that's all they give a crap about. But okay, let's keep going. Where we're going? Are we gonna go ahead and put Mayborn and Garrick out of here, or? That's
my vote. But
I'm fine with doing that and make it easier.
Eat them off.
I'm going to have to run. It's 8:00 here, and I've got to get ready for stuff tomorrow. But I like the list. I think we've done a good job there, other than Adria. But that's just because I'm lustful towards her. I can't wait to see her as the sorcerer. Anyway, guys,
sorcerer.
I will see you shortly. And Matt, love seeing you, buddy. Gonna get you on a few more lives if you can, because we miss you. So we haven't talked about what movies you haven't seen in ages, because that was the highlight of my day.
I'm actually going to be watching a movie tomorrow.
No way! What movie?
A recommendation from my friend Danny is like, you should watch Subservience. I was like, okay, cool. Let me watch a trailer. It looks very much like Humans, the TV show.
Yeah,
it's got Megan Fox in it.
Yeah, it's kind of sexy in a few places. And then watch Predator. And Predator 2. And Predators.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Predator is the greatest movie ever made, for the love of God. Watch it.
Predator 2 wasn't great. I didn't like it.
If Predator 2 would, if it was a standalone, if it wasn't, it's a bit like Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2 is not a bad film, but people compare it to Die Hard. So it's like Predator 2 is a good film. It's just don't compare it to Predator. But then Predators is awesome.
Did you watch Severance?
Yeah. Yes, I was good. I did enjoy it. Yeah. And then don't watch The Predator, because that is shite.
Did you watch the Dexter original?
No, I haven't. I've got Paramount Plus as well, but I stupidly.
It's so good.
Everyone keeps saying that.
It's like as prequels go. Like prequels they're shit all the time. This is the best one I've ever seen. The casting is brilliant. The story's fantastic. True to the original. Like it's so good.
I got what anybody in the UK get Paramount Plus, cancel it, and they'll offer you it for 3 months for $2.99. I was like, okay. So that should get me through Star Trek.
Work the system.
Jay's gonna have 6 new emails this year. Every single time.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep cancelling it, keep putting it back on again. But guys, thank you so much. My new car is awesome. I really like it. I didn't like it when I first got it, and then I lowered the seat. I could actually get in it, and then I was like, yay! But it's got so many toys. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. I like my new car.
That's fun.
It's got an iPad thing in the middle, and it rotates for no reason.
You got a Tesla?
It's not a Tesla, is it?
No, I've got a.
I was going to say, what other?
I've got a Chinese one with much better batteries. Got a
Ooh,
BYD Dolphin.
Is it a BYD?
I don't think they sell those here.
Nice looking car as well. Now Trump won't let you sell them. He'll put a 25% tariff on. So, but it was just the only reason I got it was I was going to get a Honda, and they apparently ran out of black paint. So they kept messing me about. And then so I changed the color, and they then said they couldn't do it till like June. So I was like, I ordered it last June. So I ordered a BYD Dolphin instead, and I'm quite glad I did actually. It's a nice little car. I'm happy with it. Ciao. See you later.
Hey,
God.
have
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
See you, brother.
Uh,
Well, shall we finish this up real quick then?
Yes, I'm still here.
Let's do it then. Where are we ranking our likes?
I'm fine with putting Lucian
Sorry,
Alliance.
that's the number one.
as
Which one?
Lucian Alliance is number one.
Ooh. Because Lucian, Michael, and Apophis all kind of have good reasons to be up there.
Mm-hmm. I
What's
put the
that?
Ori
You
above the
can put in your hand.
Replicator.
What's that?
That's Replicator Sam.
No, behind Replicator Sam.
Oh, that's the Assuran Replicators.
Oh, as a ship, right? Yeah.
We couldn't find a very good photo for him, so there we are. We got so many good ones though. The Veneer, Nearty, Osiris.
Mine would be Nearty's right at the end because she was pretty crap. Osiris is going to be right near the beginning. Adria first, then Osiris, then probably Apophis.
The Veneer can go towards the bottom, and
Yeah.
I think too.
Honestly, I would put them below Nearty.
Yeah.
And the Veneer maybe too.
Mhm.
Y'all down?
Yep.
It's that. I don't know. All this is debatable here, you know? I guess Chlorel, Scara, okay right there?
Yeah.
You want to think about it? Where should we put everybody here?
Number one.
I would move Michael down past, like, below Adria.
Yeah. As much as I like him, I can see he's more here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Apophis and the Ori have the best reasons to be in the front of this.
Mm-hmm.
Would we be comfortable with Lucian maybe next to Michael?
Yeah.
As much as I love them, it's more we didn't get enough of them.
Right.
Apophis would make sense here. But then again, so would Ori. I know Matt wants Adria, but I don't know if she makes sense there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She makes sense everywhere.
She makes sense everywhere. I would actually put Osiris before I put Adria. I'd put Osiris before Adria if I really am thinking. Moreno should be number one. David's on that side here. And there's reasons for her to be there too.
Mm-hmm.
What are we thinking? These are kind of our top four here.
Right. I'm fine with Apophis being number one.
I kind of don't dislike this order, honestly.
I think that works.
Matt, chat, everybody, what y'all think?
I'm protesting.
Well, honestly,
Me and David
this would make perfect sense as well. Like, from an actual story perspective, Adria does make more sense than Osiris right there.
Mm-hmm.
They both had merits. They both had pretty pivotal roles in the story. Osiris was the one that brought back Anubis and got all the system laws together so they could, like, basically Anubis could take back power. But Adria is Adria.
So,
like, in the grand scheme of things, Osiris was pretty easy to defeat.
So, what are we thinking?
I think that's good right
Nice.
there. What you got?
Y'all think this is fine?
Yep.
Is that okay, Matt?
Mhm.
Yep.
Hell yeah. And I think the Ori kind of make more sense generally in front of her, just because she's only there for
Mhm.
that last season, realistically.
Right.
She's not leading a Galactic Crusade. They were already doing the Galactic Crusade, and they were like, "Oh yeah, now we have a leader out of the
Mhm.
blue," which is kind of always sat odd for me. It's never really Adria never had her own agency. It was just
Mhm.
kind of, okay, you're born and now you're older and do this.
Mhm.
Okay. Even though it's Miranda freaking Baccarin, nonetheless, it could have been written a little bit with more intent, I guess, is the easiest way to say that. Now we're down to neutral, dislike, and like. Matt's going to fight for old Hathor down here and say she does not deserve to be loathed. And I don't necessarily disagree.
Down there.
I would have put her a dislike, but the chat and I think Jay particularly was loathing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you forgotten the trust? Oh, good point. I meant to put him kind of with Kinsey.
Oh, they can go in low. They were shit.
I actually think I do have them in here. Looking. Nope, I don't think I put them on. I know I downloaded it. Looking for NID trust. There it is. Oh, it was just Kinsey's face again. Shoot, we should have done a separate one. Let me do a trust real quick. Yeah, it's what's his name that plays Q. We'll put him as the NID guy. The Star Trek Q guy.
Yeah, Q. Oh, where are you gonna put him?
Well, because he's the trust, so the NID and the trust. Where would he rank on our list? Before we go too much further. Well, we put him in. I don't think he'd be in love, but like or neutral or dislike would be the range I would guess to me.
I'd go neutral for him personally.
Maybe top of neutral.
I'm kind of with you. I'd honestly, since we're about to get into neutral, let's do here. I would put him and Heruer at the top. Personally,
I would put the scientist lady at the bottom.
Yeah. Sorry, Linnea.
Oh yeah, what was her name?
Linnea.
Linnea, that's it.
It took us 15 minutes to figure that one out.
She's not a forgettable character, but her name was quite forgettable.
Yeah, it was like I just kept searching all these different things, and I finally searched "old lady prison episode SG1," and it was the first thing that popped up. It's like, okay.
I think I'd move Sheree down there too, or whatever the Gould name is. I forget.
Aminet.
Eminent. Yeah.
Aminet, yeah.
How about the Berserker drones and the replicators?
The Berserker drones, they're pretty. I'd stick Aminet above them.
I agree with that.
They had way more story. I mean, that had way more of a story and more of an impact for me. They were more just background. Like they were a threat, but it was just like we need to get around. It's basically like a black hole. Like you wouldn't put a black hole as a villain. They're in the same kind of vein as for me.
That's reasonable. Is this look like a decent neutral category here? Heruer, that's definitely a villain that we should have seen more. The Nakai in a good spot here. The little blue guys, middle
Yeah.
of the neutral.
Mhm.
Not much to them.
Maybe put the replicators above the Nakai.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's smart.
All right.
Yeah.
That works.
Hey, that's like our most spread out category too. That one looks the neatest.
Oh, what's that guy's name? Lucius. Is that Lucius?
Yeah, Lucius Levain.
Oh, I love Lucius.
Everybody else hates him, but I love to hate him, I guess. But it makes
Put
me
him
perfect.
number 1. Lucius, yeah.
Over Sokar?
It's more interesting.
Oh, that's true. I guess we only get Sokar the frickin' one time or twice, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good right there.
Yeah, that's y'all down?
Mhm.
Sweet.
Who's that one? The Jafar. Who's he?
He is a ghoul
Imhotep?
inside of him.
Imhotep?
Imhotep, but I don't remember his ghoul name, or excuse me, his Jaffa name, because he's the Jaffa leader that Teal'c and Braytak kind of like fall under the spell of, and Jack's like, what the hell? Why are y'all really? Just because he's got a smile on his face and leading people, like obviously something's fishy here, and so on and so forth. That's how we get Ragnar. Ragnar is the other Jaffa guy that's like the third in command behind Braytak and Teal'c. I love that dude. Is the episode we get Ragnar, but this is Imhotep who is portraying as the leader, I guess. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's right there.
I just looked for one with glowing eyes. I saw the one with glowing eyes. Like, oh, yeah, we'll do that one. But Hathor stood down here at Loathe. This is the time to fight, Matt. Shall she be raised?
Stick her in my heart. Stick her in, I don't know, somewhere else. Anywhere else.
She is the list. Oh, well, hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. That did not go as planned. That was. How did Jay miss that one? Okay, so where's Imhotep go?
I would.
Not Imhotep, excuse me.
I think I'd put her at the bottom because she was just kind of that. Well, she was in 2 episodes, I guess. One, just the one.
Yeah,
that really.
she was in the first episode of season 2 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though Imhotep only gets his 1 episode, he does kind of make more of a long-lasting impact.
I would put her at the end, definitely, but I wouldn't put her in Loathe. That's my protest done.
So how are we? Do we like this? We've got Anubis as our strongest villain. Almost said Hathor again. Wait, Hathor, duh.
Tanith. Where's Tanith going?
Ooh, thank you.
Okay, gotta see a picture.
He's the
He's the guy in the episode where they're trying to talk to the gold symbiotes.
But he's what are the good guy golds again?
Yeah, he pretends to be a Tok'ra.
Tok'ra, duh.
Like he pretends to be like aligned with the Tok'ra, and then they get a host to willingly take on the symbiote because they're the Jafar, the woman, is communing with the symbiote, and the symbiote's basically just bullshitted the entire thing, and then becomes Tanith and then kills the woman, and then goes off with what system lord is he aligned with? Is it Apophis? It's Anubis.
I think it was Anubis.
Oh,
something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There goes his hand.
I remember him the most. He was one of the 4 horsemen in the Highlander TV series.
Ew.
Yeah.
He is really good in SG-1 too.
Mm-hmm.
And he is quick.
He was a very good villain. I hated him.
Mm. He's in the like, but where does he fit on like?
I'd kind of put him
between Michael and the Lucian Alliance, or maybe below my. He's above, I think, Evil Skara, which I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's above
That's
Chlorel
Chlorel.
for sure.
Yeah. There we are.
Yep.
Yeah. That good? Y'all agree?
Mhm.
Cool. All right. So shall we go through it real quick? We got Anubis as top, Hathor at the bottom, of course, but then we have Baal, Kinsey, the Wraith in general, Todd, the Aschen, the System Lords in general, Kolya, the Janai in general, and then, of course, Ra as our loves, as the most supreme evils in the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Or galaxies here, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've got Apophis, the Ori themselves, Adria, Osiris, the Lucian Alliance, Last Light, hell yeah, I remembered it, Michael, Tanith, Chlorel, Nirti, the Veneer, the Assuran Replicators, and Replicator Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then, of course, we have the NID and Trust. We have Heruer, the Replicators, the Nakai, excuse me, Share as Amanet, the Berserkers, and Linnea.
Mm-hmm.
Under neutral. Yay? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
I do
And
kind
then-
of agree with Mr. Bojangles that the Berserkers aren't really a villain. Like I was saying, they're
just
more to me just like the black hole of the episode. Like, it's just a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy with them being there.
Yeah, they're just, I guess, antagonistic. You know what? And speaking of antagonistic, what is that one species at the end of Atlantis that we see for like half a second that was going to end up being the villains in the next season?
What, the ones in the ones from the alternate timeline?
Yes.
I don't think we ever find out who they are or what they are.
Yeah, I don't know if they even have a name to put on here.
I think they're just known as alternate universe villains.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm not sure the criteria for this, but Sokar is one of the only villains to almost destroy the SGC. I'm gonna go ahead and actually change. There we go. Stargate villains tier list. Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because Evilist, I was just looking for like a catchy little title, really, realistically. These are who we like as villains the most.
Mm-hmm.
What about the aliens who invaded the base, disguised themselves as people in the base?
Oh, right.
Oh, foothold. What were they called?
Those crossed my mind earlier, but I can't remember.
They'd if you're going to put those in, they'd go in neutral for me. But
Yeah.
they'd go above.
Mm-hmm.
They'd go slightly. They'd go between. I'm trying to think now. They'd go above the Berserker drones for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Would they go above Amunet? I don't know. Maybe because it was more of an interesting episode.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And even though like we love Amanet, I mean we love Share, it's just like we have forgot about her at that point, you know?
Yeah.
These guys didn't get defeated. These guys still exist. These guys, like, they could come back.
I completely forgot about them. Realistically, they're not something I think about at all.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
The
no hard
Furlings,
reboot,
we never
y'all.
see them till they're evil.
Honestly, in front of or behind the Nakai?
Behind. I don't know, but then the technology to disguise themselves is really good too.
They're kind of Nakai-like.
I don't know. Because the Nakai, were they actually evil?
Yeah, because they did some bad
we
stuff.
couldn't talk to them.
They teamed up with us just to fight off the Berserker drones, really, and then they kind of started tests on us immediately. And
if you're going based on pure villainy, the Foothold soldiers were just bad. Like, they didn't do anything good.
Right.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah.
That look good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to bug me. I need your bald head on top of that, sir. There we go. Come make me OCD.
You're talking to me then.
All of it. That looks like a decent list. Y'all in?
Yeah.
Todd is an evil. Oh, that's right. Should we take Todd out because we took Mayborn? And no, but Todd does as
He
much
does
as
some evil stuff.
and
He
like we
starts off
pointed out-
evil, doesn't he? He's a villain. He's just a villain that we can tolerate and we kind of made deals with. He
Yeah,
will
yeah.
definitely
Whenever
throw
he
you
does
over if
good
you have the chance, though.
Yeah. Whenever he does good things, he tends to do good things to a point. And then at that point, he decides to veer off and do his own thing or just like dissipate into the background kind of deal.
Mhm.
The foothold aliens are the Stroggoth. There we go. Thank you, Melvin.
Stragoth.
I'm
I've
gonna-
never heard that name in my life.
Yeah, I forget
Did they
about
actually say it in the episode, or is it one of those things where it's just in the script? That's what they named him, but I don't. Anyway,
it's
I
probably the script, 'cause I can't
probably
speak.
need to watch the series again.
Every
I'm just
time we
on
do these, it's like
Wikipedia now. It says that they're from a planet in the Milky Way called P3X118. Like, when do we ever find that out? Oh, they're in 2 episodes, apparently. Oh, they're mentioned in Smoke and Mirrors.
I
I don't remember this. I need to watch that.
Stroggoth makes me want to eat some stroganoff.
Now you made me hungry.
Actually, it's now 12:30, and we're 2 hours into this thing. Shall we call it a day? Go get
What
some
about
food.
that race of aliens? What are they called? The ones that are invisible. And they were attacking people in Yashisi.
I remember there was like they made like that little boy was like a clone or something, and his mother was an insect, and only he could see him. And then they figured out that little nifty device that can make them
The Ritu?
visible.
The Ritu were good guys, though, weren't they? Or the Ritu was like Tyler in that one episode.
The
and all that.
Ritu is the one that's more grey. I think
Right.
the other one that's more the bug-like. I can't remember what they're called.
Mhm. But I don't know if they were bad because didn't they send the boy to kind of communicate with Earth or something?
Oh yeah, because that's Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I think
I
the young
don't
Ritu.
remember.
Then he ends up dying because he's just a clone or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think the Ritu are villains. I think they'd probably
Yeah.
fall into even a lesser villain category than Garrick and Mayborn. Anybody else y'all can think of before we jump out of here? He literally revived Shepard.
Teal'c when he
Oh,
becomes
Todd,
first
yeah.
prime. Anytime Teal'c becomes first prime again, he's a villain.
That is
when
true.
he gets brainwashed.
Let's do
Yeah.
Evil Teal'c.
But we could do the Jaffa as a whole as evil too. But I mean, in the end, they weren't. But
That's true.
because I mean, there was Jaffa that stayed faithful to the System Lords or whatever, at least earlier on.
If you're going to do Jafar as a whole, just put Jaffa Cakes as the image.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, I guess that falls into that Garrick and Mayborn territory of none of them chose to do it necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Teal'c didn't choose to do any of his stuff either then.
No, because they had that. Because Apophis had that brainwash device or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're talking about like brainwashed Teal'c.
Yeah. No, because he was good even from like the first episode. Him and Braytek were already like kind of not liking what Apophis was doing.
The second they had the opportunity to turn on him, they took it.
Right.
Yeah. Riru.
That's it. Yeah. Quest got it. Yeah, Ritu is the race, and then there was a terrorist faction of the Ritu. That's what it was.
Okay.
Oh,
I forgot about that. Because the first time we see the Ritu is Tyler, and that's all friendly and okay, why is there a 5th member of SG-1? Oh, wait, no, there's not. There's something funky going on. Okay, just help the guy out and keep moving.
Oh, that guy. I forgot about that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was on our very bottom list.
That was kind of cool. They should have brought that back or some of those aliens back.
The species is cool. that's
Yeah.
one thing. If
Yeah.
they do reboot it, and hopefully they don't reboot it, but if they do, focus on the sci-fi stuff. Like I love the Earth, cool, like military.
Puppet tilt for laughing when they fell over.
Oh, the two spirits that take possession of Dr. Ware and Shepard to kill each other?
Yeah. That's not really villains. That was just kind of like what, some stored consciousness that got whatever.
That's like calling a haunted house a villain in a way, and I don't even know. Should we even do evil Teal'c since it's brainwashing?
Yeah. I'm more like the Jaffa as a whole than.
Yeah, take him off. Yeah.
We want to add the Jaffa, or you think that's good?
I think we should add Jaffa because they were villains. I mean, not the whole time, but
if the foot soldiers are villains, the Jafar probably are, because the foot soldiers are probably serving someone as well. Even if it's another foot soldier.
Excuse me, the Strogoth, sir.
Oh yeah, the Strogoth, the Stroganoff. Yeah.
The Stroganoffs.
The Stroganoff.
So where are the Jaffa cakes going?
Jaffa cakes. Every time I eat one, I'm like Jaffa cakes. Yeah.
Like probably after Apophis, maybe.
After Apophis?
Because they were kind of OG villain. You know, they worked for. Because they kind of go with Apophis, right? I mean, the System Lords, but.
Yeah, they're almost like Replicator Sam and the Replicator right here. Like as I'm moving my mouse over, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you press Control and then click all of the elements, you can move it all in one.
I'm too far gone for that now. Oh no, we need more space because it's the big old square. No.
No. You stick them behind the Ori and in between Apophis. Like, do your layer thing.
Oh, what did I just do?
You killed him. Yeah, that's fine.
It's
now Jafar Keys.
Oh.
It almost says Jafar Cree.
We're gonna say it says Jafar Crees. It's just plural.
Yeah.
But yeah, that seems like a pretty good list. Chat, anybody else? Lieutenant Ford would be a villain from SGA.
But didn't he end up kind of being like leading Lost Boys, so to speak?
Yeah.
He was a drug addict, ultimately, though, wasn't he? It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
What about the Unis from season 1, episode 10? He was awesome, but does he count as a Gua'uld?
The original gold. Like the
one that was trapped in that cave or whatever.
In Thor's hammer, yeah.
Toman. That's a good one. Adria's husband.
Oh no, he was just a religious, like he's the same as Jafar.
No, he was Vala's husband, right? Or what am I saying?
Not Adria, excuse me. Vala's husband.
Vala's husband, yeah.
No,
he was basically Joseph. And if we're going down the Christianity route.
Oh, that was James Earl Jones was the OG.
Was it?
They didn't do much with it though. That could have been something that
I didn't know that was James Earl Jones. Terrible Stargate fan.
The only thing that
I didn't know either.
Stop making me think about what good a hard reboot could do, because the hard reboot could do really well with that. Like the storylines that were just kind of dropped in SG1,
Yeah,
you could focus on and have, 4 years later, this actually still is happening. And 6 years later, this is still happening. But don't do it to us. So iffy. Okay, but that's a pretty good list overall. Y'all satisfied?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if Toman isn't evil, the Jaffa as a whole can't be.
I don't.
I see what you're saying.
I would have said Toman is in the same vein as the Jafar,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't go in the same place as the Jafar.
No.
For me.
So let's add him, I guess, just real quick. Where would we put him? And we'll call that our final list here.
I would put him in neutral. I didn't really care that much about him. I mean, I felt bad that he was kind of caught up.
No,
in
Toman
it
wasn't
but...
Jafar, gig-wise. No, he was a follower of the Ori, but he's in the same vein as the Jafar, as he's just following a religion, and therefore he's evil.
Yeah.
Not because of religion, because of the religious leader.
Yeah. Do we want to put him in neutral? Honestly, I'd kind of put him in dislike.
Yeah, I could see that.
Toman annoyed the hell out of me, realistically.
Yeah, I just felt kind of sorry for him because I think he really did fall in love with Vala. It kind of feels like he actually did love her, and she didn't love him. I mean, I think she cared about him to a degree, but
she felt like he was like a dog. It felt like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like it took away from. I feel like we could have gotten the stuff that we got with Vala and Daniel and Continuum early, or at least better glimpses of that a few episodes prior, if they didn't focus on Vala and Toman. I feel like Toman was just crappy, not so good Daniel.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. He seems sort of naive too, but
very, very. I would put him right here, but I know that's probably not exactly where everybody wants him. Where would y'all?
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'll stick him in dislike.
Do you think at the bottom of the dislike, or would you maybe rearrange him? Yeah, because honestly, I'd rather watch a Hathor.
Story-wise, I don't think it made sense for him to become the leader of the foot soldiers of the Ori, because he was just whatever he was in that village. He was nothing. He was no one, and then all of a sudden, because he had that interaction with Vala, he's now the leader. Like, no.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Everything about him was kind of MacGuffin in a way. He was like bad guy MacGuffin.
Yeah, they did it because of the effect it had on Vala, not because it actually made sense in the story.
Right.
Which just the Adria stuff with Vala is enough. It's like I don't think Toman was necessary at all.
Mm-mm.
What about Marduk? Oh, I know the name. I gotta look at the face. Oh no! That's just the Russian dude that gets
not memorable to me at all.
No, that's Ghoul of the Week, legit. Yeah, I don't think that's like an actual villain.
I think we're getting real in the weeds here now.
Yeah, and last time with SG teams, it's easy to get a little bit in the weeds because it's like, okay, well these guys did go there once and were acting members of the team or were helping, so on and so forth. These are like the actual people that tend to be recurring villains and not just one-offs. And if they are one-offs, there's a reason they're here because they're that memorable or not. And that's why you got like Hathor and Imhotep. Yeah. The Ori fixed Toman's foot and leg. He was massively thankful they were certain of his loyalty. Yeah, that's true.
I love every time a comment comes in, my face just disappears.
It's when Jay's on the bottom, he's always like, he Meerkats it, and it cracks me up. But yeah, I think that's a pretty solid list, y'all.
Yeah, I think so too.
we've said it a couple times, but shall we go ahead and finalize it?
I say yes.
I'm going to download it, and it is going in our community chat as we finish the stream.
All right.
Charles Kowalski after the Gould implant.
Gold of the week again.
Yeah, I
And
love
it's
it.
not even a fully mature Gold. It was literally just a symbiote crying out for help.
Yeah, it was like,
Right.
I don't know what to do. People bad. Kill people. I think. Like,
What?
but we made about 2.5 hours on this thing.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, y'all.
Mhm.
I'd say that's pretty solid. Where would y'all like to pick this up next time? Do we have an idea for our next outpost that we want to throw out? If y'all have any ideas for us, y'all holler, because these are always fun. The clone town in Alaska. Hey. But also, that's Gould of the week, like by definition, but it is really cool at the same time. Well, I'd say this list is finalized. That's hard. Or we're gonna put like the entire like picture of the town on there or something. Like it'd be a little funky. I'm pretty happy
We
with
could
that
keep
list.
going forever, and that list would just become a blob of nothingness, and you would be able to determine anything. So once you post that on community, everyone will just be like, "What is this?
Yeah.
What am I?"
Zoom in. Stargate ships, but it will be short. Oh, we could do Stargate ships and have some like actual like. There aren't a whole bunch, so we could actually like get some good discussion on it.
Actually, in that vein, you could do based on instead of like your A to S tier, whatever. You could do Tauri, Gorwald, Asgard, Replicator, whatever, and all of their ships. Rank the ships based on the race.
Oh, I like that as well. That actually is really easy in the tier list aspect of stuff. And I just clicked away to go download it. But who said it?
Oh, Quest did just
Melvin.
How?
Okay, well, I just downloaded that thumbnail or that thing for nothing.
That's right. It's fine. People can put in the comments, and then
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, but we got him right quick. As you said that, I already clicked.
Last one.
Where are we putting him? This is our last one. We're doing it here.
Oh fuck! Where do they go? Because that's so
good. I might put them in like.
Yeah, I'd say like.
What the? Oh, that's the. Oh, okay.
You're just tracking the entire list.
I was so confused. I was like, what is this? Oh, that is how we differentiate what's what.
Control Z. Control Z.
I'm not Canadian. What's a Z?
Shut up.
What were those? Those were like created by an alien race, though, right?
These they technically were Goa'uld warriors, but they're Anubis.
Yeah, Anubis. Yeah, that's right. Anubis created them.
Their Anubis is
using his ancient knowledge, was able to grow these.
Right.
Basically, put the symbiotes into a living body. I think it is just a symbiote that's been like genetically engineered, isn't it? It's not like a body that has a symbiote in it. Like the symbiote is the body.
Yeah, and realistically, the armor is the only thing holding them together, right? Or like from being like able to walk. I'm not entirely sure. I guess that's something that need to delve into the. I almost said Wikipedia. What is it again? Stargate Omnipedia. That's Gateworld. Gateworld has that. Whatever. Where are we gonna put them?
Stick it in like, but I don't know.
Part of me almost says neutral just because they legitimately are brainless.
Right.
But they serve such a perfect purpose.
Then they've got to go above the foot soldiers then.
You know what? Honestly, I mean, they're not all that different from replicators in a lot of ways. Obviously, they don't replicate as fast. Are we okay with them in neutral, I guess. I was trying to figure out which one I was saying.
Yeah, I think they're as good. They're like they're kind of on par with replicators.
Yeah, because naturally I would say, hey, let's toss them in that light category, but when we put them next to the replicators, like, well, it's kind of that same category.
Mm-hmm.
We good with this?
Yep.
Yep.
Undeveloped symbiotes and limited clone bodies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, send a picture in Messenger. Here, before we jump off, let me double check. What we got? Oh, thank you, David. That's actually perfect. Okay, these will for sure be our last guys.
But there's more.
Didn't we say that last time?
These will legitimately be our last ones, and it is only because we mentioned them earlier. I have no idea what they're called. The bad guys that were supposed to be the villains in SGA Season 6. We only got him for a little bit. And we only get half his body now. The what?
Who are they?
The ones that in when Atlantis is trying to go figure out what how to help, I guess, Earth, it's not the warp drive. It's before the warp drive gets them there and yada yada. I don't think it's on the way. Is it on the way that they're on the way to Earth that this happens? And there's like that brief moment of wait a second, because they actually end up in an alternate timeline, or these guys end up in our actual timeline. I think we end up in an alternate timeline and find our way back, and it's implied that they have a way to get to our timeline. The comic says they're Wraith with tech implants. Oh, really? Is that what they ended up being later on? That's kind of cool.
Dislike.
I don't remember these at all. Deadless Variations. Yeah, so it's the alternate. Do we see them?
Yes, we see a good chunk of them, and they have a few firefights with us. With SGA.
I remember the ship.
Dimension jump drive on the Daedalus. There we go. The Dimension jump drive. There we are.
Oh, unknown alien. Oh, hang on. Right. Yes, I'm at right. That picture you've got is terrible. But yeah.
What?
It's just because it's so small. I couldn't see it. But I'm looking on. Yeah, I know who that is now.
Part of me wants to put them in neutral because I feel like they would have been awesome villains. We just didn't see them really past that one. The dislike make. Oh god, there goes the whole thing again.
You can lock that layer, so you can't move it.
Oh, found it. It's locked. The first click, I find it. Great. But I totally see why they would be in dislike because we never got the time to know them. And similar to Sokar, I guess, in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Should we put them near Sokar?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, yeah, it feels very Sokar-y.
Mm-hmm.
Sokar-y. That's my new way of explaining things. Sokar-y. Anyway, that should do it. That should do it. So now our top of the list is Anubis, and the bottom of the list is Toman. And the only ones we've added since the last time we talked about it were the Foothold Soldiers, the Cold Warriors, and the Tech Wraiths. Wraith Techs. I don't know what to call them necessarily, but the Tech Wraiths. We'll go with that. Solid, huh? Booyah. Well, 2.5 hours on this thing. Let me go ahead and actually press save on the actual thing that we're going to put on the community tab, and it will be there in a few minutes. And y'all check there. Tell us who we missed, and if we did not miss anybody, just share it so other people can tell us who we missed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the comments are fun. We'll have some conversations, and if y'all actually agree with the order, it's going to be a big one. I very much took the most evil thing out of here, so Is this good on likability? Are these our favorite villains and our least favorite villains in the right order? Y'all let us know. And on that note, y'all got anything else before we jump out of here?
Nope.
Well, that was Stargate Outpost. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We had a great time. Hope y'all did too. Love y'all. See y'all. And we will see you Friday. Greg and I are making up for Radical Wasteland podcast last Friday. So you will get both a Stargate Outpost and a Radical Wasteland this week. Come check us out on Friday. And in the meantime, we'll see you soon. Adios.
Bye.